Hi and welcome. You're watching another TBC 24/7 live broadcast on We Are Giving Away Cryptocurrency to You. So come and get yours. Hi and welcome. Hang on a second. You're watching another TBC 24/7 live broadcast on We Are Giving Away Cryptocurrency. Okay. All right. TBC is an acronym for the Billion Coin. It's a cryptocurrency that came out 2 years ago on March 21st, 2016. I first want to, for those of you who may not be familiar and new and watching this, about cryptocurrency in general. Cryptocurrency was created by an individual who calls himself Satoshi Nakamoto back in 2009 when he invented the blockchain technology, which he then used to create a digital coin. Now, Bitcoin is what it was called, and it was the first cryptocurrency ever. And it took a long time, it's been, 9 years now, for it to hit the mainstream in the sense where people are really starting to realize that it's real and it's money and they can use it. The problem with cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin, is that it was put on a market to be traded. And when other coins came into the system, they got put on the market. And now you've got this kind of a stock market with coins called the coin market cap. So people can actually invest in what they call ICOs, initial coin offerings. And they are a security. The people that start the coins and the tokens that way have to go through all that paperwork with the Security and Exchange Commission. But once it goes on in the market, then it becomes money. It's no longer a security. So cryptocurrency is not fake money, okay? It's digital money, which we have been using for years, if not decades, okay? Well, ever since the internet, that's for sure. All right, and it's also a lot more than just digital money. The world has been using, like I said, digital money for years. It's what credit cards, wire transfers, debit cards, and just about everything except payphones use. But crypto takes it one step further and makes it nearly impossible to steal, right, or counterfeit. So imagine what that means. Crypto is the future of money, and it's just starting. Now, the Billion coin, our coin that came out 2 years ago, we have a mission behind the whole creation of that coin. And because we have a mission, we want to accomplish something with our coin. We cannot put it on the coin market cap where it can be traded, and anybody who wants can come in and purchase all they want, like the very wealthy already, the bankers, they can come in and buy all the Bitcoin they want, buy all the other coins they want if they become a threat to them, which all cryptocurrency is a threat to the central banking system. We've been on that system since 1913, and we've been on it before. And it's basically been around for centuries, okay? Where the very wealthy few get control of the monetary systems of the people, and they control the people, and they control the wealth, and they give it all to themselves. Okay. So cryptocurrency is something, because of technology, that someone who's not a part of that system created, and it's real money. And it's been difficult for us, the world, the people, to understand it. It was like when the internet came out, most people didn't understand what the internet was. But as the years went on in the early 90s, people realized, well, you can do this with it. You can do that with it. You can get on forums and talk to people. You can blah, blah, blah. You can get your own domain. You could actually start a business. And by the mid 90s, the masses started to come in within just about 5 years, because the internet was easier to, I guess, understand. And so people were more inclined to jump in and drive. Cryptocurrency is a whole different animal, because it's money that's digital, and people, for some reason, don't seem to realize that that's all the money they've ever had has been digital since the internet. Okay? And so they look at it like, well, it must be fake. Well, then the money we're using right now on our Visa cards and MasterCards are fake. Of course, it's not fake. It's just currency. It's not money. Cryptocurrency is actually money, like gold or silver or platinum. Okay, it has real value. It's an asset. It's an option, like gold, silver, and platinum, to protect your wealth against that fiat currency that we are using for our IRAs, our 401ks, the stock market, our retirement funds, to leave our children. Imagine that. We're leaving them a fiat currency, a worthless currency. In 1971, just here in America, they finally took us off the standard American, whatever they call it, the American gold standard. There you go, sorry. And it became completely worthless. You cannot exchange the US dollar / Federal Reserve note for anything of value when it comes to gold or silver or any option that's real. Okay, the only thing that keeps the dollar going since 1971 is the faith of the people that, okay, that's the only money we have, that's the money we use. But of course, that hasn't stopped inflation, has it? That hasn't stopped the devaluation. Since they took over our money system and started printing our money and lending it to our government in 1913, and of course, attached with interest, which the government had to turn around and charge the people income tax to pay that interest, they have slowly devalued that dollar to where it's worth, I don't know, some people say it's only worth half a cent now on a dollar. Maybe a penny is all it's worth compared to what it was in 1913. Okay, so the timing couldn't be better. And that's what technology brings us. It always brings us advancement. Technology always brings us something better. Look at the internet, what it brought us. Did the internet go away? Was it fake? No. It's here to stay. Blockchain technology is the same thing. It's here to stay. It's not going away. It's the future of money. And it's just getting started, even though it's been 9 years since the first cryptocurrency. It's different than the internet. People have to get around the fact that, oh yeah, digital money is real. That's what we're using. The only thing is, it's not ours. Cryptocurrency is everybody's. Anybody who wants it can purchase some, get some, and the central bankers have no control over it. And so that's what we're starting to see right now. The masses in the world are starting to come into cryptocurrency 9 years later. Well, they started coming in a couple of years ago. All right, now imagine if you had a crystal ball. What will crypto do to credit cards? What will they do to money transfers? Bank to bank transfers, debit cards. They'll all start using crypto. Okay, how can they not? If cryptocurrencies are digital money but without the security risks, then cryptocurrencies are here to stay. I can't overemphasize this enough. Crypto is not fake money. It's a whole new asset class, and it is the future. The billion coin is not on the coin market cap. It cannot be traded. It cannot be manipulated. Its value cannot be manipulated. The value of our coin does not go up and down because it's on the trading exchange. The value of our coin always goes up every day because we value it on an algorithm, a formula that values our coin on human beings. Any living man, woman, or child creates the value of our coin through an agreement among us that we are never going to let that coin go down in value. It's always going to go up. And how we value that is each person that joins our community raises the value of our coin, the billion coin, by 1 grain of gold, the value of 1 grain of gold, which is around $2.60 today. So if 100 people join today, then our coin goes up, each one of our coins, and we're making 1 billion coins. That's why we call it the billion coin. Actually, we call it the billion coin because we are going to grow our membership to 1 billion people. And then the algorithm is going to stop increasing the value. At that point, with that billionth person, it shuts down and the value of that coin will be it. It will not go up anymore and it will never go down. That's why we really call it the billion coin. But we're only making 1 billion. So you have the supply and demand, and it's also enough to bring complete abundance to the other 6.6 billion people we have in the earth. Our mission is to eliminate global poverty. And I know you've heard that from lots of charity organizations over the decades. But guess what? It's never happened. It's not designed to. These charity organizations are fixes, temporary fixes. Like when we hand some money to someone who's down on their luck, you know, when we find them in front of stores or on the street corners or whatever. Okay, it's great. We could give them a meal, but they're going to be out there on the street again tomorrow because we haven't created a solution for them. It's just a temporary fix. But now we have the ability to get money back in our hands, the people's hands, we the people, not the government who's controlled by the central banking system that the world is rebelling against right now. They're rebelling against it by taking the money in their country and backing it by gold again and telling the bankers to jump off a cliff. A perfect example is Venezuela. Okay, I always mention Venezuela because they are a socialist government and they decided not to go along with the central bankers' plan. And the central bankers said, okay, well, you're still using our Federal Reserve note. So we're going to put sanctions on your ability to sell your oil, which was their main asset. And we're going to starve your people to death. And that's what they did. And the people of Venezuela starved to death because the bankers don't care about humanity whatsoever. So the country went, to pot because of what the central bankers did, because they had control. So Maduro said, what are we going to do to get around these sanctions and to save our country? Well, let's create our own cryptocurrency. So they did. They called it the petro coin because they were going to base it on their oil. But then they realized, wait a second, we can't sell the oil. So how are the people going to really have faith in our coin? Well, let's back it up by gold. We do have our gold in our country, so that's what they did. They have a cryptocurrency that's backed up by gold, and the people are using it. And the other countries who have been watching Venezuela are now saying, if they can do it, we can do it. And we can get our money back. And we can take our control of our countries back. And so they're doing it. The Palestinians are already making deals and getting ready to do it. Okay, meanwhile, you've got countries like Russia who has put their ruble on gold. You got China's put their yuan on gold. And they're no longer having to use the US dollar / Federal Reserve note. Those notes are going to come back. You see the European Union falling apart because of the monetary system. The euro is worthless. They want to get back to using pounds in Britain. They want to use whatever Italy is called. They want to get back to just using that. They've always had the option in Italy to use their original gold, their original currency plus the euro. Now they're just saying forget the euro altogether. These things are important because it means that the world is changing because of technology. And blockchain technology, there's so much you can do with it. Not just create cryptocurrencies, but so much. That's why I say it's never going away. So if you're new to cryptocurrency, have faith in it because it's real. And with our coin, it's a private digital currency, and it's embraced by our community. Again, through a private agreement that we all make when we sign up. It's no big deal. We just agree never to lower the price of our coin or to discount the coin in any way whatsoever. We, the people. Now, the admin, the creators of our coin, they've got all these coins sitting in their wallet. It's doing them no good because the value is in us, the people. If we, the people, don't get it in our hands, the value doesn't go up. We can't create an economy. We can't accomplish our mission of eliminating poverty globally. Okay, but we have a plan. And it is a 5-year plan, and we're 2.5 years into it, and we're right on schedule. Not only that, but we've created and built a brand new blockchain platform with transaction speeds on a blockchain that equals what Visa and MasterCard can do completely digital. I mean, electricity and servers is all that system needs. There's no blockchain involved. Okay, so to give you an example of that, Bitcoin is still stuck at around 7 transactions per second compared to Visa and MasterCard at 2,000 to 3,000 per second. And of course, being completely off a blockchain, they can get up to 50,000, but there's just not enough people in the world to do that many transactions. So the highest they really average is around the holidays, around 6,000 transactions per second, but mostly every day, 2,000 to 3,000 per second. That's what we can do with our new blockchain platform here at the Billion Coin. Here. Okay, here that I'm telling you. All right, so that makes a huge difference. We just continue to get better and better. Okay, coins and blockchain platforms are getting better and better. And we are the first abundance-based coin. You won't find any other coin that's not on the market. Okay, so those markets are capable of crashing. We saw it just this last year. Bitcoin went up to almost 20,000 a coin, and then it went down starting the beginning of this year. It went down to, gosh, I can't even remember. It was down to like 4,000 per coin, from like 19,000 to 4,000. And then it slowly moved back up. I haven't looked at the price lately, but last I heard it was over 8,000. But it's been slow in moving back up. Okay, but the point is, the people that are accepting it, these merchants, these service providers, these retailers, they are not accepting very much because there's not too many people that are actually trying to use it as money. Obviously, some people who have a lot of it, who got in at the beginning, they certainly, can use it, and it's not going to hurt them. So, but there's such a small amount that these people, these business owners, they just put it in their wallet and they hang on to it because they know that in spite of being on a market and having that price go up and down, that over time, 12 months from the time they accepted it, 90% chance it's going to be worth a whole lot more. In another 12 months, a whole lot more. Okay, because of supply and demand, they're only making 21 million coins, Bitcoins. Now, also, I want to bring up the fact that divisions of a coin a coin could be divided by 100 million. Okay, for instance, the dollar can be divided by 100, right, and 100 pennies. With digital money, it can be divided by 100 million. So divisions of Bitcoin are called Satoshi coins. Divisions of our coin, which we have the most expensive and most valuable coin in the world because we have a different way of it's growing in value, and that's people. We have, after 2 years, over 3 million people in our community, which has raised the price by $2.60 per individual. So basically our coin is worth over $8 million, okay? But a division of the Bitcoin is called the Kringle, okay, the Kringle coins. And the difference between what you hear all the time, which is, hey, you know, you missed the boat with the internet. You're probably missed the boat with Bitcoin, but don't miss the boat with this new cryptocurrency that's coming out. And that's fine for investors because if they invest in an ICO, they're most likely to double as soon as it goes on the trading exchange. But after that, it can go it can do anything. You have no control over its value. It can go up, it can go down. It's on a market. The market is the central banking system's system. Okay, so in order to accomplish a mission with a coin, first of all, you have to stay off the market. Okay, common sense and logic. Second thing you have to do is you have to have or keep some form of centralization. We do it by controlling our wallet. Okay, unlike the other cryptocurrencies where you can go out and there's dozens of wallet companies, you can, you know, use their wallet, and every time you transact using a cryptocurrency, you get charged a fee. It's not very much until, you know, unless what happened last year with Bitcoin, it got so slowed down that, you know, I remember paying $15 just to sell 15, not to sell, but just to transact $15 to an individual. It cost me $30 to send 15. But they created a fork in that blockchain and created a new coin called Bitcoin Cash. And that Bitcoin can do about 130 transactions per second. Okay, which greatly helped that system. But it's nowhere near the 2,000 or 3,000 that the Billion coin, our coin, the Kringle coin can do. All right, we are doing that right now. Okay, and that's why I'm out here, and many more of us are doing these live broadcasts to tell people about our coin. 2 reasons. The timing is perfect. The timing's always going to be perfect. That's what I wanted to touch on. You haven't missed the boat. Our boat is still docked. And it's been docked for 2.5 years. It's not leaving until we hit 1 billion people. And if you're saying, well, how is that possible, Paul? You got 3 million members. Your coin's worth over $8 million. How can I buy a coin? By the way, what is the value of that coin going to be when you hit 1 billion? Well, 1 billion times $2.60 is $2.6 billion. That's if the price of gold remains the same as it is today in 2 to 3 years when we hit our billion, our first billion. And it tops out, maxes out. Okay, so one coin will make you a multi-billionaire. Right now, we're in the distribution phase, and that's a key word, distribution phase of creating 1 million billionaires. When we accomplish that, and then we're going to create 1 billion millionaires. There'll be multimillionaires and there'll be multi-billionaires. I'm going to take a second and go over here and see if there's anybody that has a question so far. Hi, Jack Dan Borlato. Welcome. Hacking crew, how you doing? Thanks for being here on a weekend. It's always slow on weekends, but I really appreciate you guys coming. Okay. Back to what I was saying. Just to give you an example of what I mean by creating 1 million billionaires. Right now, the world has 2,240 something billionaires. 2,240 something billionaires out of a population of 7.6 billion people. 2,200 out of 7.6 billion. Now you know what's wrong with the world. And logic and common sense will tell you that with such a few amount of billionaires, most of them are evil. Okay? We know how human nature is. We're greedy. We're selfish. And when we have power and money, most of us will use it in a very bad way. Temptation is way too much for us to be able to resist. And by changing that entire system, getting the money back into people's hands, creating 1 million billionaires and 1 billion multimillionaires, well, that's a whole different animal, right? Okay, that's a little kitty cat. Okay, maybe I shouldn't use cats because they're the #1 killer in the world. But they sure are cute and they're small, so they really can't hurt us too bad. But the bigger the cat is, right? Okay, but the point is, any kind of, well, how else can I say this? Well, let me just get back to our coin and why you need to come in if you're like-minded and join our community. It's free. You just register. Okay? A name, an email address, you make up a password, a username, tell us what country you live in, and that's it. Okay? You can sign up your first day old baby. And, oh yeah, this is where I was going. The creators of our coin, which we call admin, he calls himself, or we just pick one of them. He communicates with us through a blog system. Every day he makes blog posts to keep us informed on what's going on. We are a real community. Okay, when you join, you get a back office, your own website with your name on it. It's got all the information you could want on here. Okay, again, for free, at least for 30 days. Okay, and then we charge a $10 a year fee for you to hang on to that back office. We didn't used to do this, and I'll explain why. Okay, again, keep in mind that our purpose and our drive is to eliminate poverty, to pull the poverty up, out of poverty and into pure abundance. Okay, so admin, by controlling the wallet, can control the distribution of the wealth of that coin by not allowing the already rich to come in and buy what they want. They can't do that with the billion coin. Okay, we have that ability. Now, I hope you just heard what I said, because it is everything. It means everything to you if you understand cryptocurrencies. This is a coin that you are going to have complete control over. You, our community. No filthy rich bankers can come in and buy what they want. Okay? We are in, again, our distribution phase, meaning we have to get that coin out of admin's wallet and into the hands of you, we, the people. Okay? So how do we do it when our coin is so expensive? Well, it's real simple for admin. He just gives it away. Does that discount the value of the coin? No, because it's his coin. The value is based on us, other people, other human beings, not them, the creators of the coin. He could do what he wants with those coins, and all it does is he's giving them to the people, and the people are the ones bringing the value, and that raises the value of the coin. Okay, so we, as community members who have Kringles and have full billion coins, we cannot give those away. We cannot sell them to you at a discount. We have to sell them to you for the exact price of what they are that day, depending on what the membership is that day. So every single day that price goes up. Even if it's just a tiny bit, it always goes up. It never goes down, because every day we have new members joining. Hundreds and thousands, okay? So we want you to come in and be a part of our first billion. So how do we do that? Well, it's really quite simple. You just find out about it. You get a hold of the link, and the link is in the description below my video. And you go there and you sign up. And then you're given all this information that you can look at to see if you really want to be a member of our community. Because we're not forcing anybody to come into our community. We're certainly not forcing anybody to spend $10. Okay, that's completely up to you. You will not do it if you don't agree with our mission statement, which you will go through. We've got it separated like 10 paragraphs, and we actually ask you a question after each paragraph so that we make sure you understand what our mission is. And you can go through those questions and actually vet yourself right out by just saying, you know what, this doesn't sound right. I don't agree with this. And so I'm not going to spend $10. I'm not going to spend a dime. I'm just walking away from this. It's not for me. That's fine. We're looking for people who will read those 10 paragraphs and answer all the questions correctly and say, yeah, I want to be a part of this. Okay, I want to not only be a part of actually achieving the elimination of global poverty, but I want to be able to use this as my legacy to give to my kids and their kids. Something I know that is not going to go away. Or for whatever reason, okay? For whatever reason, money in the hands of the people can only be a good thing if it's in the masses. Not when it's in just a few people, like 2,200. Okay? So we have an amazing community. Absolutely, it's the most amazing thing I've ever been a part of in my life. We know who we are. We communicate with each other. We do these broadcasts. We have get-togethers. We go on cruises. We're starting our first cruise next March on our 3rd year anniversary. Okay. But the point is, we're having a blast, and we're making people wealthy, and we're not charging anything for it except $10 a year. And that's only if you really believe us, because we're going to tell you everything there is to know about us before you spend a dime. Okay. So yes, You can't be selfish. You can't be greedy. That's all we ask of you, is that you're like-minded. You have no problem with everybody being wealthy. That's the first billion people we're looking for, and we want you to be a part of that first billion, because you will then become financially okay. But if you want, you can become as rich as you want, and be able to then supply all the other 6.6 billion people on this planet with a living wage that no government could ever, ever, ever guarantee their people. Okay? Give you an example. We owned the McDonald's at that point. Instead of paying them $10 an hour or whatever McDonald's is paying right now, we'll pay you $100 an hour because we have it. There's abundance. There's no more scarcity. There's no more lack. The world is different. Okay? You know what's going on out there. Even though here in America, we are a 100% what they call developed country. You can turn around and look at the worst developed country right now, which is Haiti, and the horrors that are going on on that island. And you can look at all the other ones in Africa or in East Asia. There are undeveloped countries out there that the people are only making $1 to $2 a day. That's their minimum wage, $1 to $2 a day. They wake up and they see poverty, but they have one of these. I always bring this up. Okay, so their world is very small now, as we know, and they can see America and Canada and Australia and Britain and all these developed countries, and they go, why doesn't our country look like this? So they're coming in, oh my gosh, they are coming from a mindset that can change over from scarcity to abundance just like that, because they see reality. We in the developed countries tend to move a lot slower. We have been brainwashed our whole lives, and our parents' lives, if you're my age, and to think in terms of scarcity and lack. There's not enough for you guys, is what the rich tell us. There's just enough for us, a few. There's just not enough. Not enough food, not enough water. There's not enough air. There's not enough this. There's not enough that. The world's going to end. Nuclear war is coming. Whatever crap they want to feed us, they feed us through their controlled and bought and paid for corporate media. It's just common sense and logic. But now we've got a president here in America that's not bought and paid for. He doesn't need their money. And he's got a humongous amount of patriots behind him. Okay? Because there's patriots not only in this country in mass, but there's patriots in all the countries around the world that are showing up for their countries. And peace is being created throughout the world for the first time. All you got to do is take a look. Stop watching the mainstream media and start looking at, alternative news sources on the internet that are telling you the truth. And it's really easy to verify. Okay. All right. So what are we going to do with our coin? We're going to create a world economy just on the Kringles, just on Kringle coins. We're going to use Kringle coins everywhere. We will have an economy, a massive economy. Well, let me give you an example. We have only 3 million people right now, right? Which is only 1/4 of what Bitcoin has got. They've got about 12 million people using Bitcoin. They've got a very small economy. It's a little bit larger than ours, okay? We do transactions among each other. We buy things, used cars, electronics. Gosh, you name it, we buy it from each other. And we can also buy it at a few stores, but not as many as Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin's just the most popular coin. It's been out the longest. People are more familiar with it. But the difference is when people accept a billion coin or Kringles, they know that the price is going to go up the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next week and the next month until we hit our first billion people. So if they sell you something for 100 Kringles, $100 worth of Kringles, that $100 worth of Kringles could end up being worth, I don't know the numbers, but it could end up being worth 10,000, okay, dollars when it hits its maximum price. So they've just sold you something that maybe they paid $10 for, and they marked it up to $100. You bought it, you gave them $100 in Kringle, or you gave them $100 in cash. Well, their cash tomorrow is going to be worth less, okay? But their Kringles are going to be worth more. And eventually, in 2 to 3 years, that sale, just that one sale, is going to be worth $10,000 to them. Not 100, 10,000. They just accepted 10,000 from you for something they spent $10 to sell you for 100 Kringle. Okay, as soon as they understand that, either a light goes on or it doesn't go on in their head, and they will accept it. And so people, the boat hasn't left because the admin, the creators of our coin, give the coins out. Literally give the coins out. And we have cookie reward points, which is our system of giving our coin out. And you can get all of those points you want. And when we have a redemption month, which we have 2 of them every year, in May and in November, you will collect all your cookie reward points in your back office that you pay $10 a year for. And that includes the wallet, which is a separate site, obviously. But our wallet will never charge you any transaction fees. Lifetime of no transaction fees. Okay? We're not set up like that. So you collect all these cookies in your back office under cookie rewards, right? And then you redeem them for real Kringle coins that will be put right into your wallet in November. So between now and November, you collect all the cookie reward points you want and turn them into equal value of real Kringle coins that you can spend right then and there in November. Okay, and if you come across this video and it's already past November of 2018, okay, fine. We'll do it again in May of 2019 until we get to our first billion people. And here's another thing. We're giving a gift, not we, but when I say we, I mean the admin, the creators of our coin, gives a gift. And we started doing this 1.5 years ago. And this is how we found out that we needed to charge $10 because people were not taking it seriously because they were just getting it free. And human nature, I guess, is where if you get something free, you just don't put value on it. Or at least as much value as if you actually had reached into your pocket and even paid someone a penny. You know that you paid somebody a coin, a dime, $1, $5, $10. We had to keep the price down so that everybody in the world, all the poorest of the poor, can afford it. But it would make you serious, even here in America, where $10 doesn't seem like anything to most of us. Okay, hey, we paid it. Well, I paid $10, so I'm going to check this community out every day or every time I'm on the internet. You know, and I'm going to stay in touch and I'm going to read the blog systems that the creators of the coin put out, the blog posts. And I'm going to stay in touch and I'm going to see this thing through because if this is real, which I believe it is, otherwise I wouldn't have even paid the $10, right? Then I'm going to tell all of my family and I'm going to tell them, hey, you want a free gift? Because that's what happens. When you sign up, you get a free gift of Kringle coins in the form of cookie points. What is that worth today? It's worth $2,100 today. $2,100. We're giving away 25,000 Kringles. It's worth $2,100. In fact, between now and, today, the date of this video until the 21st of August of this month, the 21st, admin, who calls himself Chris Kringle because he gives the coin away, has given us a 500% increase in the promotion. in all the promotions, okay, which you can find out about in your back office when you come in. In fact, you can find out about it before, I think. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, you can certainly find out through some of our videos. So we've shown in past videos on our YouTube channels. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh, he's giving us a 500% increase. He does stuff like this, okay, because he wants to motivate more people of our community to go ahead and get online and get on a live broadcast and get the news out. Because if we don't grow in membership every day, then we stop. And our coin remains worthless, or it just remains at the value it is right then and it doesn't get any better. We've got to get to our billion people. And we're going to. Believe me, there's a billion like-minded people out there out of 7.6 billion people on this earth. There's a billion people that want to become abundant, wealthy. They don't want to struggle anymore. They want to help other people. They want to be a part of something that's magnificent and has never been available in the history of mankind. So a 500% increase in the gift from $2,100 right now to the 21st of this month is worth $10,500. We're giving that away free right now to every man, woman, and child who finds out. Okay, we got over 70 people doing live broadcasts every single day. It's a little slower on the weekends, but Monday through Friday, we definitely got 70 plus people, 24 hours a day doing live broadcasts in multiple languages. And we have a system where you can come in and take a look and look at a schedule and figure out what you want, who you want to listen to. And even if they've already finished with their live broadcast, you can go back and watch the recording. They'll always be on those individuals' YouTube channel. Okay, we would love to have 1 million people doing a broadcast every single day. Imagine how fast we'd grow if we had 1 million broadcasters. So he motivates us by saying, hey, if you'll go do a broadcast, then I'm going to give you even more cookie rewards for free. Just because you're willing to help the community grow and accomplish our mission of eliminating poverty. We've got to get this done right now. Not 10 years from now or 20 years from now. No, right now. And so I'm telling you, you can get full coins without paying $8 million for it through this cookie reward program, because it makes sense, doesn't it? With how we're set up, it doesn't make sense for those coins to stay in the admin, the creator's wallet. It doesn't do anybody any good. There was no point in even creating the coin if they're just going to sit there in his wallet. So he's going to give them to us who are willing to go tell our friends and our loved ones and our family members and anybody we can talk to, like me, okay? Because I've already given it away to all my family and friends. And now I'm just talking to everybody. And actually, you know, oh my gosh. Okay, there's an unlimited amount of individuals that we can connect with now on the internet, right? So, yes, folks, we want you to come in, get your free cryptocurrency, decide whether you like what we're doing or not, pay your $10, and we'll show you how to get wealthy. As wealthy as you want. You don't have to become a multi-billionaire. I know that's a lot of responsibility. You can become just a multi-millionaire and live the rest of your life without having to worry about finances ever again. And you can leave that to your children and leave that to your grandchildren. Jeez, you know. It's unbelievable when you really think about what we can do with money in our own hands. Okay, now it's not going to turn the world into a paradise. I always mention that. We can't get rid of hate, but it gets rid of all of the problems due to lack. Think about it, all the crime due to lack. If everybody's got money, there's no reason to steal. There's no reason to kill for money, because everybody will have money. So that changes the dynamics of just the crime situation. I'm looking at one subject. Now, it doesn't stop crime, right? Because like I said, you can't stop hate, but it stops the crime from lack. And then you've got all these other things: homelessness, diseases caused by poverty, the developing of those developing countries, building what we have here in America, giving them. I grew up, I always had an indoor bathroom, toilets that flushed and went through a plumbing system. I always had to turn on the faucet water right there in my house. These developing countries don't have that. Why? What's wrong? What's wrong with the picture? Okay, there's no excuse, but we know what's going on. But now we have a way where we can take that back and we can change that part of the world. It won't bring super paradise, but it will bring everybody out of that scarcity and poverty and all the symptoms that go with it. It will make the world better, at least when it comes to all that. So please take a look at what is in the information in the description box below this video. Sign up. Doesn't cost you anything. Get your free gift of, right now, $10,500. After the 21st, it goes back to $2,100. And of course, that increases every day. If you want, you could just sit on that. You don't have to tell anybody, but why wouldn't you not? At least tell your, the people you love. Hey, look, cryptocurrency's real. It's not going away. It is the future. It is the monetary system of the future. These people have a mission behind their coin. It's different than all the other cryptocurrencies you might have heard of. They're giving it away free. There's a $10 yearly charge for your back office that makes you a part of their community. They're going to eliminate global poverty. They have ways to make you rich without having to purchase a full coin at $8 million right now. And if you're wondering why we have 3 million people and we don't have 1 million billionaires yet, or 1 million of those don't have at least one coin, it's because they got the gift for free. They didn't give it any value and they just kind of walked away. They never paid attention to it. Oh, it's free? How much is it worth? Well, back when we started giving it away, we only had 100,000 members. So it was worth like $20 or less. Okay, well, I'll still take it if it's free. And they took it, and as the year went by, as 2017 went by and got into 2018, the value just went up. And so the value got so much that the admin lowered the amount. It started out at 100,000 Kringles he was giving away, then it went down to 50,000 Kringles, and now it's at 25,000, which he's going to keep until we get to 1 billion people. Okay, right now, 25,000 Kringles is worth $2,100 normally, but he's giving us a 500% increase until the 21st. So it's worth $10,500 if you come across this video before the 21st of August of 2018. Afterwards, it'll be back to $2,100. But I mean, look at it this way. You're going to spend $10 because you want to, and you're going to get access to your $2,100 come November that you can spend. And it will be worth more than $2,100 in November. That's if you did nothing else. Okay? Again, those Kringles will show up, not the Kringles, but the cookie rewards will show up in your back office just for signing up. Okay? But you won't be able to use them until you pay $10, and then you'll get a redemption button put down below those cookies come November 1st. You'll just click on that button, and boom, those cookies will disappear, those cookie points, and they'll show up as real Kringles in your wallet. Okay? It's as simple as that. We're not forcing anybody to do anything they don't want. But we're just trying to tell you this is what we're doing, and you decide if you want to be a part of the most magnificent thing you've ever seen in the history of mankind, or ever obviously read. Okay? All right, let me make sure again that there's no questions before I wrap this up. Okay, no questions. All right, I'm normally scheduled. I'm just one of those people that like to do broadcasts, okay? There's people that will come in and do one broadcast a week, or they'll do one broadcast a month, okay? That's fine, because again, admin will reward you for doing a broadcast. Every broadcast you do, he'll give you free Kringle, free cookie points that you can redeem for real Kringles. I mean, we're in the distribution phase until we hit our first billion people. We are trying to get the coin out into the people's hands. It values the coin until it reaches its maximum, which it will reach with our billionth member. It seems like we got a long ways to go because we're only 3 million, right? But when we start bringing in 50,000 people a day, 1 million people a day, and I kid you not, we're capable of doing it. And we will do it. When we're bringing in 50 million people, how fast do you think we're going to get to? Okay, and here's the thing is, every single day when we grow more, the next day we grow more. Because those people realize what they've gotten involved in, and they start telling their families. The first thing they do is they start signing up their kids. And signing up everybody they know in their family. And then they start with their friends. And so it grows. Okay, and as the membership gets larger, and I mean, imagine in just a few months when we hit over 12 million, which is what Bitcoin has, and we start shooting up to 30 million. You think we're going to have an economy? Yes, we will. We'll have a real economy at that point. I mean, there'll be merchants, nor mainstream merchants. I'm not saying 7-Eleven will accept it yet, but when we get to 60 million, they probably will. 90 million, which we can do in a year. You see, because the larger we grow, the faster the people come in. Okay? That's just logic. All right. So please take a look. There's no rush, okay? But we want to get this done, okay? Things are happening in the world, and we want to get this done. The faster we can get the people their money back into their hands, the better it's going to be for all of us. Okay, so usually I'm here around 5:30 every day. And I believe I'm already scheduled for tomorrow. It's Sunday. So thank you guys for watching this whole video if you've watched it this far. And I appreciate you. I love you guys. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.